Well, good morning. It's Tuesday. Probably wondering where Mondays is. I didn't charge my battery up with my camera. Schoolboy error. So, strong. Just out with Freddie now. It's an amazing morning, but cold. Flipping out cold. Woo! But good morning though. Nice morning. Frost everywhere. It's good. It's good. I like this sort of weather. This is nice. It's not windy, which it isn't, which is really, really good. So we're just going to head off now with Freddie. Wait for him to finish his sniff down there. Bless him. So what we've got on today, we've got obviously Freddie this morning. See him in a minute. Then we've got Millie, and straight after that. I think no, we got after that. Oh, we got Dexter again, Tuesdays, and then we're off to go and see Ruby in the afternoon. Oh, not forgetting Charlie, Charlie Bear. We'll have Charlie Bear before lunch. Should be a good day. Should be a good day. We hope. But yeah, so we will go and take Freddie now, see him now, and then we're going to head off. Oh, it's certainly warmed up a bit now. A little bit more better, actually. A little bit more better, a little bit more warmer. It's nice. So we just had a bit of training then with Dexter. It's always the fun one. Right character to him. I do like training with him. He's a good laugh. He's good fun. But he's not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. Getting there. He's a slow learner. Picks it up. Does pick it up well, but then tends to sort of like go back a few steps. But he didn't do too bad in that video. I unclipped him at the end. Gave him a little send out, and he obviously shows that he's picking up a bit. A few other times he will, once he knows that the long line's off, he will decide to go when the bumper's thrown, but that's obviously what we're trying to concentrate on at the moment with him. But apart from that, it was alright. There's one thing I wanted to take on for that video, is what you see, is that I'm using a long line and a harness. There's a reason for that. I don't agree with using long lines and collars. Simple as. I think it's dangerous. I think a long line should always be on a harness. If you think about putting a long line on around a dog's neck on a normal flat collar or choke chain or pinch collar, I've even seen. Dog sprints off and then someone grabs the end of that, or the end of the line gets caught or snagged on something. Wow. You're going to see a dog get flipped over and all sorts. Probably get just some proper severe damage to the neck. So that's why I always put a long line on a harness. Any time I've used a long line, it never goes on a flat collar. Always on a harness. It's just you can't predict what the dog's going to do. If it sees something and races after it and you've got the end of the long line, it's just going to pull it back and potentially do some damage. Depending on obviously the dog. If you've got a very, very slow docile dog, then you ain't got too much problems about it as long as you've got control of the line. But for when you're doing work like that, teaching dogs running, or people out there who do teach dogs to do emergency stops with long lines and collars by encouraging them to be run towards them with a recall, and then the dog obviously is tied up. At one point, dog runs off, gets to the end of the line, it's going at full speed, and poof, dog ends up doing a somersault or gets lunged back, and pulled back by the line. And apparently it teaches the dog not to teaches the dog an emergency stop, which I can't understand why, because you're just probably actually teaching the dog not to be recalled to you, if anything. It's but apparently these are out there, people do it bizarrely. Insanely and madly. But yeah, if you're going to use a long line with any training, put it on a harness. Definitely put it on a harness, don't put it on a flat collar. So that's why I do it with Dexter in all my videos. He's always got the harness on. Also, we use the harness as sort of like a trigger for him to work. We go out without the harness on. When we get to a point where we're going to do a bit of work, we put the harness on. We do a bit of work, he comes back, we take the harness off, have a little play. And then before we go into the search, the harness goes back on again. So it acts as like this trigger is to say, yep, right, we're working. We could use verbal cues if we really wanted to, but for him, he's kind of like, starts to get used to the fact that when the harness comes on, he knows it's working. He already knows that. So we tend to use that a lot more. But it's out with Charlie now, and then after Charlie, we're going off to say hello to Ruby, see how she's getting on. She wasn't doing too bad last time we left her. She had obviously a little bit of operation, a little schnauzer who barks a lot. But that's obviously from little dogs. Some dogs are very vocal than others, but she tends to get the kicks out of it a lot more than others. By almost like self-rewarding as such, but finding it rather satisfying when someone talks to her. So she barks and barks and barks and barks and barks. But we've been working on that, and she's been doing rather well, so we're seeing her later this afternoon. We've got a busy day tomorrow. Yay. Lots of busy stuff going on. Cool. I'm going to carry on with the walk now with Charlie and Lexi, and we'll see you guys later. So this is probably a very short video. Yes, thank you. Just about what happened today. This afternoon I went to go and see Ruby. Ruby's a little mini schnauzer. She's so cool. I had to charge my battery up again today. Kind of used quite a hell of a lot, but today we've been out with Freddie this morning first thing, and then we took Millie out, and then we went and saw Dexter. I've seen the video there, doing him a bit of retrieves again. Then we had Charlie, did a bit with Charlie. Spoke about using lines and harnesses and what is better to use a long line with a harness. And then this afternoon when I saw Ruby, did some work on her. She's quite a very vocal dog, barks at a lot of things, but most of the time it's barking at guests. She does bark at things it walks past, but it's quite, you know, there's common things with postmen, people walking outside the window. It just seems to set her off quite a lot. But at the moment we've been working, in the past and up to now, we've been working on guests coming into the house, and she's gone back. She went back a little bit today, but she's been neutered recently, and she's had a good 4 or 5 weeks away from a bit of training with us. Training's been kept up, but not as quite intense, because of obviously her going through that neutering. So we wanted to make sure she was all up and running before we started again. But so we came round today, saw her. Really good, because before, the reaction we used to get from her, she used to bark straight away, run to the door and continue to bark. But now she's obviously going to her bed, rather than, you know, continuing to bark in the door. She was barking for a little bit, probably the first 5 minutes of us when we first entered, as she normally does towards people. But obviously we worked on that a bit, with obviously the ignorance of it. Rewarding when she was quiet. That's when she was looking to get the attention for it. But we sort of like worked on that, and then throughout the afternoon, or throughout the training session afterwards, she completely changed. So we can see it's been working for her. We can see it's actually getting somewhere with her, and she's learning from it, which is really good. Yes, thank you, Cobra. So to be perfectly honest, even though I've been away for a long time, I was expecting a little bit of a difference, but it was good actually. I was really pleased with her, because we were able to sit there and talk about what the future holds for her and what she's going to take on more, and how she's getting there, and the next hurdles that we have to overcome. Like I said, training's not, you don't get training done all in one go. You get it done, you know, as and when. You're proper forcing me to change. Good boy. Thank you. Yes. So yeah, she's we've now setting other goals that we can achieve with her, in regards to her being quite vocal, obviously offering alternatives. When she was in her bed, or on her bed, she offered the down, which was really good. So obviously we wanted to look for an alternative, so she was barking quite a lot, as if looking for attention, like come on, do something, because you'd obviously been conditioned with that, and that worked before in the past, so therefore she's going to repeat it. But with this time, she decided to lie down, and straight away it was good. That's what we reinforced, so we're looking at something like that for her. All in all, it was a good day. Weren't too bad, and we enjoyed it. A bit cold this morning, lovely weather. Yeah, so next video will be out on probably tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. We've got a few sessions going on tomorrow. So look forward to those. We'll get them up as soon as possible. And another video will be on Friday then. So you'll see the Thursdays and Fridays. So we look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. Obviously it's a bit of a short one this. We hope you enjoyed it. If you need any training, give us a contact. Call us, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. We can help you out with things that you need. Thanks very much.